everyone, my name is Jordan, also known as X-3. Today I want to show you guys how to sort of finalize this session, finalize this track, finalize this final product. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to all my MIDI tracks or audio tracks and recolor these. Can't see that one. Alright, so the reason why I recolored all these is so that way it gives us a better stance of where we are and what track and what lane we're working on. So for the percussion, I noticed there isn't a lot of punch with the percussion. Today we're really going to finalize the sound of each track, and then in day 7 I'm going to show you how to do some different variation parts. Some drops in with the main, kind of like the sub intro version. But today I really want to sort of like beef up our sound so that way it starts to make more sense when we start to add the variation. If we have the sounds, it makes more sense to finalize those, because when we start to use our MIDI keyboard to implement some notes, it's going to make a lot more sense when we have those parts totally finalized, so that way we don't have to go back into sound engineering. It's very important to keep these apart. It's because you can get overloaded with a lot of information all at once. So in day 7, it's going to be more about doing a different variation in with the overall mix. So I'm just going to focus in on my main right here. And I'm going to go to my percussion, that lane we're on now. And I'm basically going to filter it out so that way it's going to fit nicely within our arrangement. So right now I'm going to drop on a auto filter. I'm going to set it to a high pass, and I'm going to probably play this part out and solo it so that way we can have just this one track going, and it will be easier for us to focus on the harmonics. I think I want to set this to 315 Hertz. And the Q about 1.3. This kind of EQ up here at the top kind of gives it a little bit more oomph. It's not EQing, it's more like, well, it is EQing because it is EQing because we are removing frequencies. And so when we do this, it's easier to hear the sound. So, all right, drop on a compressor. And now let's hear how it sounds. It's at negative 21.5 decibels. It's a little bit more prominent in the mix. So now I'm gonna go over to my beat, and I think we can drop on a auto filter to kind of solo out some of the very, very high frequencies. Again, drums can be very, very difficult to EQ if you're trying to get a finite mix. In fact, I want to drop on another auto filter, set it to a high pass, and bring that all the way forward. So that way we filter out some of the very, very low end. In fact, I'm going to set that to 40 hertz. Actually, 60 hertz should work because the lows, the sub, comes in at like 20 to 40 to 60 hertz. So it's better to filter that out now instead of later in the mix. But for the highs, I think I want to take that to 12,000 hertz equals 12 kilohertz. So anyways, now let's hear how the drums sound. The bass has a little bit more kick. I'm gonna throw in a compressor and a saturator. Put the saturator before the compressor. And as I set the saturator on high quality mode, I'm going to set it to a sine fold wave. And as you'll start to hear the difference, I'm gonna bring down the threshold on the compressor to really give the drums a little bit more fatness. So now that we have our drums more pumping, I'm gonna see how this sounds in comparison with the percussion. Just hold down command to, or control, in this case, to select multiple solos. If you just click with the mouse, you can only get one, but if you hold down command, you can get both. If you hold down control on a PC and click both, you can get both. They fit nice and snug with each other. I like that very much. So I'm gonna go on over to my chord stab, and I'm also going to do the same things. So I'm gonna drop on a chorus instead, and I'm gonna do the same thing, drop on an auto filter. I meant to say I was gonna drop on a chorus before the auto filter, but my brain kinda just like messed that up. Anyways, gonna also drop on a compressor and a saturator before the compressor. Take this on high pass. As we know, chord stabs, I think I want to leave that at 400 or so. Chord stabs can kind of take out a lot of the low end. It's very important to remove all low end from your instruments when working with subs alone. Subs can really muddy up your low end, and it's not good for your track. It's just not good, because if you want to incorporate new elements into your deep house, you gotta really know what works and what doesn't. So that takes a really trained ear to do that. So first I want to take it off my chorus, because the chorus we're gonna mess with last. So I'm gonna see where this sits and sounds now. I want to take this about 600 hertz. And I want to take this Q up to 1. Alright, so let's see how the saturator sine fold affects the sound. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did for my beat, which is bring down the threshold as I change the saturator. This also needs to be high quality. Doesn't really need to matter for the chord stab, but high quality for beats and things like that really does matter, because the high quality will get the finite sounds, but for the chord stab, it's more of a rounded off edge as far as distortion gets. Hey everyone, so thanks for watching this video. It's a hard process to kind of really merge everything into one video. This is going to be spaced over 3 days. There's going to be 4 parts, maybe 4 parts. I think there's only going to be 3 big parts. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. They really do help a lot. I want to show you I'm not just some voiceless guy behind a computer. Anyways, it's really great. All the stuff that you guys are doing, whatever you guys watch of me, it's fantastic. And I cannot thank you guys enough for it. So once again, thank you guys so much. Be sure to subscribe for more videos. They come out pretty much, I'm gonna try and get these out more weekly, more daily. It's just the artwork takes a little bit of time. Anyways, thanks for joining me, and I'll check you guys out later in the other tutorials. Don't be a stick in the mud, you know. Anyways, have a great, sweet flippin' day. Peace.